Welcome back to our channel. We hope you'll find valuable content here. If you enjoy our channel, please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Let's dive in. In every neighborhood, there's a sense of community. People look out for each other, ensuring everyone's safety and well-being. This mutual understanding and cooperation can be likened to international alliances, where countries come together for mutual benefits, especially security. Now, imagine a neighborhood watch group. This group is a special team of neighbors who take turns patrolling the area, ensuring that everything is safe and sound. They have meetings, share information, and even have resources like walkie-talkies or security cameras to help them in their task. This neighborhood watch group is a lot like NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, an alliance of countries that have come together for mutual defense and security. Over the years, many neighbors have decided to join this watch group. They see the benefits: there's strength in numbers, shared resources, and a collective response if a threat arises. However, some neighbors have chosen to stay out of the group for various reasons. Maybe they value their independence, have different views on security, or simply don't see the need to join. Enter Sweden. For the longest time, Sweden has been that neighbor who, while friendly with the watch group, has chosen to remain independent. They've had their reasons: historical neutrality, a belief in resolving conflicts through dialogue, and a desire to maintain good relations with all neighbors, including those not in the watch group. But times change. Seeing recent events in the neighborhood, like a dispute involving another neighbor, Ukraine, and witnessing the benefits of being in a collective group, Sweden has been reconsidering its stance. And after much thought, they've decided to join the neighborhood watch group. This decision, as you can imagine, has ruffled some feathers. Especially for one particular neighbor, Russia. Sweden's historical journey. In our neighborhood analogy, Sweden has always been an intriguing character. To understand Sweden's recent decision to join the neighborhood watch group, NATO, we need to take a stroll down memory lane and explore Sweden's historical journey. Centuries ago, Sweden wasn't just another house on the block, it was one of the grand mansions. In the 17th century, the Swedish Empire was a force to be reckoned with in Europe. It had vast territories, a powerful army, and influence that reached far and wide. Think of it as that neighbor who throws the most lavish parties and has the most beautifully manicured lawn. However, as with all empires, there were challenges. The Great Northern War between 1700 and 1721 was a tumultuous period where Sweden found itself in a fierce rivalry with other powerful neighbors, including Russia, Denmark, and Norway. This war was like a series of intense neighborhood disputes over property lines and local influence. The outcome? Russia emerged as a dominant force in the Baltic region, a crucial area that's like the main street of our neighborhood. Following these events, Sweden decided to take a step back. Instead of being the center of attention, it chose a path of neutrality. It's like a family deciding to keep to themselves, not taking sides in local disputes, and focusing on their own well-being. This neutrality was so strong that even during the massive global conflict of World War II, Sweden remained neutral. However, as the world changed, so did the neighborhood. The Cold War era brought new dynamics, with two major blocs forming NATO and the Warsaw Pact. It was like two major neighborhood associations vying for influence. Sweden, true to its neutral stance, didn't join either but observed from the sidelines. The 1990s saw another shift. Sweden decided to join the European Union (EU), akin to a local community club that focuses on trade, culture, and cooperation. While not a security alliance like NATO, this move indicated Sweden's desire to be more integrated with its European neighbors. Throughout all these years, Sweden maintained a cordial relationship with NATO, attending meetings, participating in joint exercises, and sharing information. It's like being friends with the neighborhood watch group but not officially joining. Russia's concerns and the Baltic chessboard. Imagine a grand chessboard, with each square representing a strategic position, each piece a country or an alliance, and each move a political or military decision. The Baltic region, with its intricate web of geopolitical interests, can be visualized as such a chessboard. And on this board, Russia and NATO have been players making calculated moves for dominance and influence. Sweden's decision to join NATO is akin to a pivotal move on this chessboard, one that could change the dynamics of the game. But to understand Russia's concerns, we need to delve deeper into the historical and strategic significance of the region. The Baltic Sea, a historical battleground. The Baltic Sea, with its shimmering waters and strategic location, has been a focal point of power struggles for centuries. It's like the Central Park of our neighborhood, where everyone wants a piece of the action, a spot to picnic, or a view of the pond. Historically, empires like Sweden and Russia have vied for control over this region, leading to conflicts like the Great Northern War. For Russia, the Baltic Sea holds immense strategic importance. It's not just about having a picnic spot, it's about controlling the main pathways, ensuring their ships can move freely, and having a say in who gets to use the park. Russia's modern-day concerns. Fast forward to today, and the stakes are even higher. With NATO's presence growing in the Baltic states, like Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, Russia feels encircled. It's like seeing the neighborhood watch group setting up more patrols and cameras around the park, making Russia feel watched and restricted. Sweden's potential NATO membership amplifies these concerns. The Swedish island of Gotland, for instance, is a strategic gem. Possessing it would be like having the best view of the entire park, a vantage point from where one can see every entrance, exit, and pathway. If NATO, with Sweden as a member, were to strengthen its position in Gotland, it would limit Russia's movements in the Baltic Sea. Moreover, Russia's military activities in the region, from naval exercises to aerial maneuvers, have been a way of asserting its influence. It's like marking their territory, reminding everyone of their presence. But with Sweden in NATO, these actions could be seen as more threatening, leading to heightened tensions. The bigger picture. Beyond the Baltic, Russia's concerns about NATO's expansion reflect a broader unease about the West's intentions. The alliance's growth towards Russia's borders feels like the neighborhood watch group expanding its influence, house by house, closer to Russia's front yard. Sweden's path to NATO and the roadblocks along the way. Imagine planning a journey to a sought-after destination. The road is long, and there are several checkpoints along the way. Some are welcoming, while others question your intentions and ask you to turn back. Sweden's journey to NATO membership can be likened to such a voyage, filled with anticipation, challenges, and significant decisions. The changing winds. For years, Sweden maintained a stance of neutrality, preferring to watch the world's events from a distance without getting directly involved. It's like living in a house with a tall fence, occasionally peeking over but mostly keeping to oneself. However, global events, especially the conflict in Ukraine, acted as a catalyst. The world outside the fence seemed more unpredictable, and the idea of joining a collective security group like NATO became more appealing. The NATO invitation. Joining NATO isn't as simple as knocking on the door and walking in. It's a meticulous process where every current member has a say. Think of it as a club where every member gets to vote on new admissions. For Sweden, the journey involved showcasing its commitment to shared values, its capability to contribute to the alliance, and its willingness to stand by fellow members in times of need. The roadblocks. However, not everyone was on board with Sweden's membership. Two countries, in particular, raised concerns. Turkey. Relations between Turkey and Sweden had been strained due to various issues. One of the primary concerns was Sweden's alleged support for Kurdish militants, whom Turkey views as a threat. Additionally, Sweden had imposed an arms embargo against Turkey, further complicating matters. It's akin to two neighbors having a disagreement over property boundaries or past incidents, making it hard for them to see eye to eye. Hungary. The disagreement with Hungary was more political in nature. The two countries had differing views on democratic values, human rights, and governance. It's like two neighbors having contrasting lifestyles and principles, leading to occasional disagreements. Despite these challenges, the broader consensus within NATO was in favor of Sweden's membership. The alliance saw the strategic importance of including Sweden, especially given the evolving security landscape in Europe. The final stretch. With the roadblocks addressed and the majority in favor, Sweden's path to NATO membership became clearer. The country began aligning its defense policies, participating in joint exercises, and strengthening its ties with NATO members. It's like a new member of a club attending meetings, participating in events, and getting to know fellow members before officially joining. The strategic significance of Sweden's NATO membership. Imagine a puzzle, where each piece represents a country or a strategic location. When all the pieces fit together, they form a complete picture of security and balance in a region. Sweden's decision to join NATO is like adding a crucial puzzle piece, one that significantly impacts the overall image of European security. Gotland, the jewel in the Baltic. In the heart of the Baltic Sea lies the Swedish island of Gotland. Think of Gotland as a watchtower in the middle of a vast kingdom. From this vantage point, one can oversee trade routes, monitor movements, and ensure the security of the surrounding territories. In military terms, control over Gotland can influence naval and air operations in the entire Baltic region. For NATO, having Sweden and, by extension, Gotland as a member means enhanced security for the Baltic states of Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Without Gotland under friendly control, these countries could be vulnerable to potential threats. It's like having a fortified outpost in the center of a landscape, deterring potential adversaries and ensuring the safety of the surrounding areas. Sweden's military industry, a boost to NATO. Sweden isn't just bringing its strategic location to the NATO table, it's also contributing its advanced military industry. The country is known for producing state-of-the-art defense systems, aircraft, and naval vessels. Integrating these capabilities into NATO's arsenal is like adding advanced tools and equipment to a team, enhancing its effectiveness and readiness. A shift in the balance. With Sweden in NATO, the balance of power in the Baltic region shifts. Russia's influence in the area is countered by a stronger NATO presence. The alliance's borders expand, bringing NATO's security umbrella closer to Russia. It's akin to expanding the boundaries of a protected sanctuary, ensuring safety and balance in a larger area. Moreover, Sweden's membership sends a strong message to other countries considering NATO membership. It underscores the alliance's commitment to collective defense and mutual support. It's like a renowned club gaining a prominent new member, encouraging others to join and benefit from the collective strength. A new dawn for European security. Sweden's NATO membership is more than just a political decision, it's a strategic move that reshapes the security landscape of Europe. The addition of Sweden strengthens NATO's position in the Baltic, enhances its military capabilities, and sends a message of unity and strength. As the puzzle of European security gets a crucial piece, the picture becomes clearer, signaling a new dawn of collaboration and mutual defense. The broader geopolitical context and future implications. Imagine a vast tapestry, intricately woven with threads of different colors, each representing a nation's interests, alliances, and strategies. Over time, as nations make decisions and form alliances, new threads are added, altering the overall design. Sweden's decision to join NATO introduces a vibrant thread to this geopolitical tapestry, influencing the broader pattern and setting the stage for future developments. The European security landscape. Europe has always been a melting pot of cultures, ideologies, and interests. Its security landscape is no different, shaped by centuries of wars, treaties, and alliances. In recent times, the shadow of the Cold War, the dissolution of the Soviet Union, and the expansion of the European Union and NATO have been pivotal in defining this landscape. Sweden's NATO membership adds a new dimension to this already complex scenario. It's like adding a new landmark to a city's skyline, changing its silhouette and dynamics. Russia's perception and response. Russia, with its historical ties and interests in Europe, perceives NATO's eastward expansion as a threat. Sweden's membership, especially given its strategic location, is seen as another step in this perceived encirclement. It's akin to seeing a rival team setting up camp closer and closer to one's home base. While Russia's immediate military response might be restrained, it could employ other tools in its arsenal, such as cyber warfare, disinformation campaigns, and economic pressures, to express its displeasure and safeguard its interests. Implications for non-NATO European nations. Sweden's decision might influence other non-NATO European nations, especially those that have been on the fence about joining the alliance. Countries like Finland, which recently joined NATO, and others that have been considering membership, might see Sweden's move as a validation of their own inclinations. It's like watching a friend join a club or group, making others more inclined to consider joining as well. The future of European security. Sweden's NATO membership, while significant, is just one piece of the larger European security puzzle. The alliance will need to continue its efforts to ensure collective defense, address emerging threats, and foster dialogue with adversaries. The future will likely see a mix of collaboration and contention, as nations navigate the ever-evolving geopolitical landscape. It's akin to the ebb and flow of tides, with moments of calm interspersed with waves of change. A new era for European security and global diplomacy. Imagine a vast, interconnected web, where each strand represents a relationship, an alliance, or a conflict. As events unfold and decisions are made, the web shifts, adapts, and transforms. Sweden's NATO membership is a significant event that adds a new strand to this web, influencing not only European security but also global diplomacy. A strengthened NATO. With Sweden joining its ranks, NATO gains more than just an additional member. It acquires a nation with a rich history, a strategic location, and a robust defense industry. This addition bolsters the alliance's northern flank, enhancing its ability to respond to challenges in the Baltic region. It's like adding a strong pillar to a building, reinforcing its structure and resilience. The ripple effect. Sweden's decision could have a ripple effect on other non-aligned countries. Nations that have been contemplating NATO membership or strengthening ties with the alliance might be influenced by Sweden's move. It sets a precedent, showing that even traditionally neutral countries can reconsider their stance in light of changing geopolitical realities. Russia's diplomatic challenge. For Russia, Sweden's NATO membership presents both a challenge and an opportunity. On one hand, it's a development that Moscow would have preferred to avoid, given its apprehensions about NATO's eastward expansion. On the other hand, it offers Russia a chance to recalibrate its diplomatic approach, seek constructive dialogue with NATO, and find common ground on shared concerns. Global implications. Beyond Europe, Sweden's decision resonates on the global stage. It underscores the importance of collective defense in an increasingly uncertain world. Other regional alliances and partnerships around the world might look at NATO's evolution as a model, adapting and growing in response to emerging threats and challenges. Looking ahead. As the world navigates the complexities of the 21st century, alliances like NATO will play a crucial role in maintaining peace and stability. Sweden's membership is a testament to the alliance's enduring relevance and its ability to adapt to changing circumstances. The road ahead will undoubtedly have its share of challenges, but with unity, dialogue, and a commitment to shared values, the future holds promise. The evolving dynamics of European unity and cooperation. Imagine a grand orchestra, where each instrument represents a European nation. Over time, as new instruments join and the music evolves, the harmony becomes richer and more profound. Sweden's decision to join NATO adds a distinct note to this symphony, reflecting the evolving dynamics of European unity and cooperation. The European project, a historical perspective. Europe's journey towards unity and cooperation has been long and complex. From the ashes of World War II, the idea of a united Europe emerged as a beacon of hope. The European Union, with its promise of economic cooperation and shared values, became the embodiment of this dream. It's like different musicians coming together, setting aside their solo performances to create a harmonious ensemble. NATO and European defense. While the European Union focused on economic and political integration, NATO emerged as the primary instrument of collective defense. Over the decades, as the alliance expanded, it became a pillar of European security. Sweden's decision to join NATO is a testament to the alliance's continued relevance in ensuring peace and stability. It's akin to a soloist deciding to join the orchestra, recognizing the power of collective performance. Challenges to European unity. However, the path to European unity hasn't been without challenges. Economic disparities, political disagreements, and external pressures have tested the bonds of cooperation. Russia's actions in Ukraine and its apprehensions about NATO's expansion are just one facet of these challenges. It's like occasional discordant notes in the symphony, reminding everyone of the need for constant tuning and adjustment. The way forward. Sweden's NATO membership, while significant in its own right, is also symbolic of the broader European commitment to unity and cooperation. As Europe faces the challenges of the 21st century, from cybersecurity threats to climate change, the emphasis will be on collective action and shared responsibility. The orchestra of European nations will need to adapt, innovate, and collaborate to create a symphony that resonates with the aspirations of its people and stands as a beacon of hope for the world. The global implications of a strengthened NATO. Imagine a vast ocean with different currents, each representing global powers and their alliances. As these currents interact, they influence the direction and flow of the entire ocean. Sweden's decision to join NATO is akin to a new current merging into this vast expanse, affecting the global geopolitical landscape. The global power balance. At the heart of global geopolitics lies the balance of power. Historically, this balance has shifted based on the rise and fall of empires, the outcome of major wars, and the formation of alliances. In the post-Cold War era, NATO has been a significant current in this ocean, representing the collective defense interests of North America and Europe. A strengthened NATO and its global significance. With Sweden joining NATO, the alliance becomes even more formidable. But its implications go beyond Europe. A stronger NATO can influence global decisions, from conflict resolutions in Asia to peacekeeping missions in Africa. It's like a major current gaining more force, influencing the direction of smaller streams and tributaries. Potential reactions from global powers. Other global powers, especially those with interests counter to NATO, will undoubtedly take note of Sweden's decision. Countries like China, which have been expanding their global influence, might recalibrate their strategies in light of a strengthened NATO. It's akin to sailors adjusting their sails based on the changing winds and currents. Opportunities for global collaboration. While there might be apprehensions about a stronger NATO, there are also opportunities. A robust NATO can collaborate with other regional alliances, like the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, or the African Union, on shared global challenges like terrorism, climate change, and pandemics. It's like different currents merging to form a powerful, unified flow, addressing global challenges together. Navigating the future. The world is interconnected, and decisions made in one part can resonate globally. Sweden's NATO membership, while primarily a European decision, has global implications. As the world navigates the challenges of the 21st century, alliances like NATO will play a pivotal role in shaping the future, ensuring peace, stability, and prosperity.